ICE raids are intensifying under President Trump's immigration crackdown, with a growing focus on construction sites. Earlier today, workers were busy on a taxpayer-funded building when law enforcement stormed in from all sides, rounding up undocumented laborers by the hundreds. The administration has set an aggressive target for ICE to conduct 3,000 arrests per day, making job sites a primary battleground. Supporters argue no part of the country should serve as a haven for dangerous individuals. While critics claim these raids could paralyze industries and worsen the already fragile housing market, cell phone footage from the scene showed workers rappelling off rooftops, trying to flee from federal agents. 37 people were arrested at this single location. Officers, many in plain clothes and wearing masks, conducted what some described as Gestapo-style operations. Detractors say these tactics terrorize families and penalize those contributing to the economy. But ICE insists their interactions were voluntary and that those detained failed to produce valid documentation. Fingerprinting was done on-site for verification. The construction sector has long operated in a legal gray area filled with undocumented labor. Experts are split on the effects of these raids. Some say they'll lead to housing shortages, while others argue the current crisis is fueled by unchecked population growth. President Trump estimates over 20 million undocumented immigrants have entered the U.S. in the past 4 years, doubling the number of documented encounters. The sudden influx of people, much like inflation, has worsened the housing crunch. Since homes don't build themselves and skilled labor is in short supply, despite the concerns, data shows the foreign-born workforce has declined by more than 1 million since March, opening up opportunities for legal residents. Hidden within the construction boom are trafficking networks and smuggling rings using illegal labor to settle debts. Raids, proponents argue, are about breaking this cycle, not ending construction. Stopping the employment of undocumented labor cuts off the incentive for smugglers and discourages illegal crossings. One operation in Tampa illustrates this. Out of 361 workers questioned, 33 were arrested, including 4 felons who had re-entered the country illegally. Contrary to popular narratives, the business remained open, and most of its workforce stayed on the job. This undermines the claim that these are jobs Americans won't do. Legal residents were already working these positions, and the company could continue its operations simply by hiring those with proper documentation. In California, a sanctuary state, fear is spreading, fueled by rumors and viral content. TikTok from Elk Grove showed a construction site abandoned after news spread that ICE was arriving. Even legal residents with green cards report feeling nervous. A Bosnian refugee confessed he feared being taken despite having legal status. The confusion stems from headlines that blur the line between legal and illegal status, especially in cities where local authorities refuse to cooperate with federal immigration agencies. This lack of cooperation is why ICE raids target job sites instead of jails. In sanctuary cities, when criminals finish serving time, local jails release them back into the community rather than handing them over to ICE. That forces agents to go looking for them at work, where they blend in with regular employees. It's not ideal, but it's the only option left when state and local governments won't assist in enforcement. If we can't arrest offenders at work, where else can they be found? Immigration attorneys are seeing a surge in clients seeking legal status, and demand has quadrupled over the past year. Many are trying to do things the right way. While we need immigrants, they must enter through lawful channels. The shortage argument, too, may be overstated. Construction work is primarily male-dominated, and with fewer men attending college, more are expected to fill these roles, especially as automation threatens entry-level office jobs. Legal hiring is key. Pay workers legally and companies avoid problems with law enforcement. Trump's promise was to deport criminals and gang members, not random laborers. And that's what's happening. But gang members don't sit at home, they work, hide in plain sight, and in many cases supervise other undocumented workers. ICE isn't arresting everyone at Home Depot or construction sites. They're conducting targeted operations based on lists and prior intelligence. The national security threat is real. 16 Iranian nationals were recently arrested, including a sniper and 2 men accused of plotting to assassinate President Trump. Some undocumented migrants are linked to terrorist groups. While not every border crosser is a criminal, many pay cartels to get in, or worse, are sponsored by hostile nations. ICE doesn't raid work sites randomly. They do so because sanctuary policies have shut off safer enforcement options. Without cooperation, These job site raids will continue because the alternative is to let dangerous individuals disappear into the crowd.